Okay, thank you. I saw the campus police is here. I was like, everything okay? So you know, I try to bring in people to help connect. I gotta get in front of this camera here. You want to go ahead and pass those out, David, while I talk?
Okay, go.
I'm just gonna hit a couple housekeeping things I want to make sure of. I apologize last week for not putting you in our grades. I'll get that done as soon as I leave here. Yeah, I just got caught up, and then I think all you got the nasty gram that said you guys were going to be dropped or something like that, so you're good. Any of that stuff happens, let me know. Everything can be fixed, right? The other thing is, if there's any assignments that you need to get done, I haven't really got through the discussion stuff. I've graded most of the other assignments, but the discussion stuff where you do, you respond to the thread, I haven't completed those yet. I'll work on those actually while David here is talking. But the thing that the subject today and the readings that you have to talk about memory, studying, all that kind of stuff. And I gave you my story early where I learned those type of skills. But I want to recommend a book by Jim Quick here. Jim Quick wrote a book that's called, and I listened to it. It's called let me see. I get this right. Limitless. Have you ever seen that movie Limitless? When they take that little spin.
Not the book, but I've seen the movie with
Yeah,
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper, that's it. So Bradley Cooper wrote is in a movie called Limitless, and what it is he takes this little pill and it helps him remember everything from when he was like a kid, every book he's ever read. It's like a file cabinet in his head, so he's able to engage every part of his brain. And so one of the things that Jim Quick talks about, that's separate, but Jim Quick talks about memory. How do we remember things? And how can we study in a way that's going to be effective and efficient? You know, it's not just about working hard, it's about working smart too. I was talking to David here, and I'll introduce you to him in a bit, but we're talking about music and athletics, and one of the things that we both agree on, and we're about the same age, is that it's about repetition, right? But it's the right repetition. One of the things in music, if you haven't been practicing, it shows. In athletics, it shows, you know. So those are the things that we want to do. The other thing I want to stress to you, just to hit on the things, you know, we talked about when you get up in the morning, make sure you're drinking water, getting enough sleep, make sure that you're drinking water, getting enough sleep. But the other thing is make sure you get in touch with your self-awareness. Make sure that you are setting some time aside, some space aside to do some self-reflection, and that however the universe speaks to you, figure out what that higher self is. When we get so caught up in our technology with our, Instagrams, Facebook, all these different things, we kind of detach from who we are. We need time, like I talked to you about, to do the 4 W's, right? I don't know if you guys remember them, but I'll mention them again. Maybe I'll put them on a test at some point. But the first one is wonder. You start to wonder, or kind of get curious about what's going on, right? And then you hear the whisper, right? What is that inner self telling you? What's that? What you should be doing? And then you put in the work, right? You study, you meditate, you do whatever you need to do, and then that's where the wisdom comes. So just wanted to remind you to set time aside so that you can have that space to have some self-reflection, self-awareness. Because if you're not doing that, if you're not meditating, if you're not going for walks, if you're not spending time with friends and family and having true connection, you're going to lose who you are, right? So you got to set aside time for that. So with that, I wanted to introduce David Flotis. He's a community outreach coordinator for JobPath, but has a lot of experience in the county. Grew up here in Tucson. A lot of different connections, a network of people that he knows. But JobPath, for a lot of people, is a really amazing way to get the support services you need to help you achieve your dreams. There's a lot of opportunities out there, and what I've realized for a lot of young people, or just people in general, is that they don't know where to go get those resources. So I brought David here to talk about that. And David, if you feel okay with it, I'd also kind of like for you to share your journey, like your story, and how did you get to do what you're doing? Because you've got a really cool job. I mean, giving people advice and opportunities and pathways to prosperity or education is a really cool thing. But then, I don't know what other part of your journey after you graduated Troy High School. So with that, David Flotis. Yep.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm David Flores, and nice to be here. I was supposed to be here last Friday, but I got a bad stomach flu the day before, so I don't know if any of you guys had that, but that was no fun. Slept all day Friday.
Well, that's fun too.
Yeah, it was. So what's the makeup of this class here? Are you guys all just barely starting PEMA, or are you guys already into it? Or?
It's different because, yeah,
Everybody-
this,
I feel
mix of
like-
everything.
I feel like everybody's at a different point. Like
Yeah.
some of us
Some
are
of us
just
are at the
starting,
beginning.
some of us already been to PEMA, some of us
Okay.
have a career.
but this is a
and-
required class.
Yeah.
Like they have to
Yeah, it's like
take
a
it.
And what's the class?
It's STU100. It's a college readiness class.
Oh,
So,
okay.
you know, study skills, all kinds of different things, career
All
exploration.
right, great.
Yeah.
And so how many of you in here already have an idea of what you want to do? Raise your hand. Let me see. Yeah, that's pretty good percentage there. Because I'm assuming, well, obviously I'm old. But I remember when I was 18 and graduating from Choya and going to the U of A, I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. And it's okay. So, you know, a lot of times you just got to put it in perspective with the respect that you don't have to have all the answers right now. But it's always good to formulate a goal, and it's okay if you don't achieve that goal. The most important thing is trying to get to that goal, right? Because then it opens up other opportunities and other doors and meet people that, hey, these people might be able to help us out. And that's basically what Job Path does. Just a background for me is that I graduated from the U of A with a degree in business and never used the degree. Okay, now luckily for me, I didn't have to pay to go to the U of A because I had financial aid, plus I also was on scholarship all 4 years. But I never used the piece of paper. Okay, I got into social service work. I started at Tucson Manpower Development. Now it's called Tucson Youth Development. And I ran their programs there for about 2-3 years. And then I moved to the county, and then I retired from the county after 30 years. Long time, right? 25 of them, I ran the employment and training programs for community services. And basically what that was, I was running the programs for the youth. And what I mean youth is between 14 to 22, and was helping them, you know, get summer employment jobs or internships or apprenticeships, okay? So I really enjoyed that job. And, but like anything, after 30 years, it's like, we're done, you know? So at 52, I retired, and that was back in 2017. And I didn't do anything for 3 years. It was awesome. It was awesome. Oh my God, it was awesome. And then my 2 kids got married back to back, October and November of 20, and 25 grand for 2 nights of wedding festivities, right? And so I said, well, I got to get a little part-time job. So I started driving at O'Reilly Auto Parts, part-time, 20 hours, and the manager after 2 weeks comes to me and says, David, no, you're a manager, bro. We can't be having you drive. So then I became a general manager for them. And, you know, I was making about 80, 90K a year, you know, and selling parts, auto parts, you know. So I went from a minimum wage job to 80K in 2 weeks, you know.
Wow.
But again, it's because of the experience that I had that I went along, okay? So again, that's what I'm saying. Other opportunities, other people in your life will present opportunities, okay? So always be looking at for that. And that's why it's very important too, what he was saying, that, you know, it's good to also build face-to-face relationships with people, not just all on the phone. I am very proud. I'm probably maybe a couple of, you know, I know there's other people like me, but I have never had a social media account, okay, ever. And I don't want to have a social media account, okay? Because if I want to talk to somebody, guess what? I pick up the phone. Now I text, but most of it's all by phone or in person. You know, when I have a meeting with somebody, I want to see them. I want them to see me, to know that I'm for real. You know what I mean? And that's, to me, that's the most important. Okay, so if any advice I can give you, moving out through life, always show people that you're genuine if you're really genuinely passionate about anything. All right? So now getting back to what the job path does. Oh, so then I did the general manager thing with Advanced Auto Parts, making great money, taking people's money. Okay? But I was missing helping people. Okay? Missing helping younger people get going. All right? Get going. Andale, get going. How many times have you heard that? Andale, carajo. Get going. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. But it's got to come from within. Nobody else can force you to do it. And that's what we're also describing, because I'm also a mariachi musician too, is that you have to practice your craft, whether you're an auto mechanic, a welder, okay? When you get the bill from the AC guy and the guy is telling you it's $8.50 and he spent 10 minutes doing 2 wires, you're not paying him for what he's doing for you. You're paying him for what he knows, his knowledge, his repetition, the practice. He might have burned out some other guy's air conditioning learning how to do those 2 wires. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's basically how you got to do it. Would be with that electrician, auto mechanics, musicians, the same thing you're doing here in school.
Well, yeah, it's funny because I just recently left AutoZone and I come from the medical field, so I went into this job not knowing, nothing but basic mechanic work.
Exactly.
I went into this job and I was like, I'm just gonna go with it. I got the job right away, and within the week I was hired, and I went in there basic knowledge. Now I'm out of there 4 months later, because I want to pursue my career.
Awesome.
And I quit my job and I came to pursue my career, but I left there basic knowledge. Now I know so much more than what I knew.
Awesome.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and again, it's gonna be like that in anything you guys do through the rest of your life, Mills. Even dealing with people at home or your friends or whatever, that all encompasses everything. Those build relationships. That builds you of how the know-how of how to handle things. Okay, so getting back to what I was saying, I was missing helping people. So then, by chance, I got a listing for a job, and it was through Job Path. And yesterday was my 1-year anniversary with them, and it's been awesome. It's been freaking awesome, man. Okay, because I get to come and present to young people like you. I'm also now developing a program for them in Santa Cruz County, in Nogales, Rio Rico. So if you have any relatives or anybody that's out there, or Cochise County or Pinal County, please let them know. Give us a call, see what we can do. All right? So now I'm going to explain what we do. All right? How many of you guys know about the Arizona at Work program? Okay. So again, that's what I used to do before for the 30 years. Okay. There's 2 locations right now. There's one on Bonita, right there off of St. Mary's. And then there's one on Ajo Way across the street from the ballpark. Okay? And they're obviously in the Google. Okay. So I would always call first if you're going to go down there, or if you're going to refer anybody down there. But again, they have a variety, big tent of services that they provide. But the most important is that they help people get, as my friend Efren used to tell me all the time, I need a job. Okay? I need a job. You need a job? Yeah, I need a job. Okay, so there you go. So they help people with jobs. Jobs, I'm just saying a job, but it's a job, right? Okay, so they help people with jobs, and they help, again, your age range right now. Okay, they have the summer youth employment program. If you're looking for a summer job, I think their cutoff point is in March. Okay, but if you want to apply next year, there you go, right?
Perfect.
They also have year-round programs too for internships and on-the-job training contracts, okay? Different businesses or whatever. And so you can get those services through them year-round, okay? They're a big hub. They provide a lot of training dollars for trainings like at Pima, Pima Medical Institute, all those other places, Grand Canyon College, whatever, Grand Canyon University. And so what JobPath does is that we work in conjunction with that funding, okay? So I'm going to use an example. One of the programs that I started at Sunnyside is an auto mechanic program, okay? And so what we're doing is we're taking the kids from Sunnyside and from Sahuarita and placing them in entry-level positions at the dealerships, okay? One of the big employers was Jim Click, okay? And so they would pick up the people that were coming in, they didn't know anything, just through the classes, and then they were putting them to work. So it would create a career ladder for them, okay? And so basically, we were funding that program, okay? So job path then is that if you had somebody that came in, was gonna be an auto mechanic, okay, so they're gonna pay for their certificate or their degree in technology, okay? And this is mostly for like the downtown campus, right? Because that's where they have the main hub there. Job path could help pay for uniforms, tools. Say for example, you got a flat tire, you got no money to buy a tire. Tires are like $100, right? 150 bucks, whatever. In my day, it used to be 25, right? Utility assistance.
Those are inflation prices.
Yeah, exactly. So again, that's basically what Job Path does. We provide financial assistance in conjunction with whatever other training monies you can get. Pell Grant assistance, any type of scholarships or grants, okay? We work in conjunction with that. Now, there is an income guideline for that, okay? And all that information is on the website. So now with this post-COVID days, that's the beauty of the technology now, right? Is that you can do everything online. You don't have to call for an appointment. You don't have to, wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever to see somebody. Everything you do all your information by yourself or whoever helps you online. All the eligibility stuff will be on there. Upload the documents, and then within 2-3 days, you'll find out whether you're eligible or not. If you are, then you'll be assigned a coach. Then a coach will go through a financial plan with you. That's basically what the nutshell of the whole thing is. Okay. If I were to describe it very quickly, it's free money, basically is what it is. You don't have to pay it back, it's not a loan, okay? It's free money to help you move forward, okay? Any questions on that so far? Yeah.
What if you were already at Arizona at work and doing the one stop? Would you still go with this job?
Yes, yeah. This is at what do you call it? At your point in time in life when you need the assistance. Okay? The only thing is that obviously you got to be over 18. You got to be an Arizona resident for at least a year. But that again will be covered through the eligibility process. But really, those are the two requirements that we require up front. Okay? And again, we are now expanded to other counties. So if you have relatives in other counties, please
What are the
give
other
them our number.
counties, David?
What's that?
What are the other, is it all southern counties?
Yeah, I told them it was Pinal, Cochise, and I'm doing one in Santa Cruz now.
Santa Cruz, okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how about Graham and Greenlee aren't in there?
No.
Okay.
No, that's further north. We're just doing all southern right now. What else? Oh, so then the flyer I gave you are the different training tracks. So, obviously if you're looking to get, your certificate or degree or whatever in those programs, if you're geared for those programs, obviously that's what we would provide the financial assistance for. We also have, if you are enrolled, we also have other support services that the coaches would go over with you. One of the good ones is they also help you with transportation stipend. Now freaking gas is going back to $4 again. Unbelievable. That's a killer. That's a killer. I mean, you go anywhere. And I'm coming from Rita and Alton, and I look at my thing every day, and it's like, well, what's going on here? You know what I mean? So, and those are everyday expenses that you have. You know what I mean? So, we also help with that as well too.
And how much does it determine how far they travel, or how did you determine?
No, it's just a stipend depending on what their financial need is.
Okay.
Yeah. So that all gets determined once you get assigned somebody.
What are some of the what's the highest stipend, you know, that people could?
To be honest with you, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it varies.
Okay.
Yeah, it varies. Because then it's like, if you say a number, then, oh, I'm going to get, no. Wait a second here. That man told me.
Yeah, David.
He don't know what he's talking about. Wait a second here. No. So that's why I never throw out numbers. Let's just say.
Because we got it recorded also, right? We gotta say, David said, well,
The evidence is right here.
Hey, and the other thing is what I always love, and I don't know if you guys have this in your life, but I always get this. Somebody told me. I always tell everybody, well, so does this somebody actually have a name? Oh, well, no. You're just talking smack is what it is. You heard it from somebody and you want to think it's going to work for you. So, no. Okay. Again, anything in advice in life I can give you, just be honest in your dealings with everybody. Okay? Because if you do that, guess what? Then you don't have to worry about, oh, what did I say here? No. I didn't say nothing. Right? What else?
Well, I mean, so
I have a QR code here. So if you guys want to scan it.
what I would say, guys, right now, you know, there's a saying that I have. It's called the power of now, right? You know, instead of waiting to do things, let's. If you guys, 2 things you could do right now, David, if you don't mind hanging out for another 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so, and if you have any questions that you just want to come up and ask him.
Yeah.
But if right now, what I would suggest we do is if you can scan the QR code, see if you qualify. I mean, like he said, it's free money, you know, and if you don't, hey, at least you gave it a shot. And if you do, you might have some opportunities for some resources to help you along your journey. So
One claimer I do want to list. Right now for Pima County, because we've helped so many people, we're out of money right now. Okay?
Mhm.
That's how good I've done my job. Okay?
Yeah.
And we still got 2 more months left because our fiscal year ends on June 30th. Then it starts up again July 1.
For
okay?
Pima?
For Pima County.
And that's actually Pima College also. That's our fiscal.
So Pima County right now, we are at a flat line right now. Okay, unless we get extra monies, I don't know.
You're still getting your paycheck every 2 weeks.
I
right?
will. I will. But the thing is that again, it's like anything in life. Like he says, if you don't try it, you're not gonna know. Okay, so if you get eligible, then you can always you'll stay in the system, and then for next semester, if you do need the assistance or whatever, boom, there you go. You're already in the system. It's already done. You know what I mean? You don't have to
Is it
hassle.
a first come first serve kind of deal, or? Is
Well, I mean, not really. But again, when you do a good job like I do, hey, the money ran out.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. Right?
All right. So go ahead and if you want to just input your information, and then if some of you still need to complete some assignments, I would suggest you work on those assignments right now. Get your readings done. We've got about another 30 minutes of class or so, so just work on whatever things you need to work on. I'll be up here to answer questions, and David will be up here to answer questions. Also, if you have not signed in, make sure you sign in.
Thank you.
No problem, guys. Again, if you have any questions or anything about anything, I'll be more than happy to see if I can answer them for you.